Thanks for inviting us in. It's now 6 o'clock and we begin tonight with breaking news. A crash near 38th and Wingate Drive and a deadly shooting at that same location. This is on the east side of Indianapolis. So here's what we know right now at 6. Authorities responded to a report of a disturbance involving some vehicles. That's when they say they got a call about shots fired at the same location. When officers got to the scene, they found one person dead who had been shot. These are live pictures there of this breaking news, and we're going to get updates from police, and as soon as we have new information, we'll be sharing that not only here on Channel 13, but also along our social media apps.
Enforcement of federal laws must be enforced by federal officers, federal agents, and federal courts.
Tonight at 6, we are hearing from the president of Indy's Fraternal Order of Police regarding the latest push for local officers to enforce federal immigration laws. President Donald Trump signed a slew of executive orders earlier this week cracking down on immigration. And since then, more than 500 undocumented immigrants have been arrested. Tonight, our Lauren Kostick shares how IMPD and the police union are responding to this new order.
The Indianapolis FOP making their stance clear, saying federal enforcement, including immigration raids, needs to be done by federal officers and not local police.
We just want to make clear and ensure that there is a clear delineation on the actual roles between our federal agents and local police officers as we move forward.
Even though the FOP shares concerns about illegal immigration, President Rick Snyder said officers won't be enforcing federal immigration laws, something Chief Bailey also echoed in a statement on Twitter, saying it is not the department's role and officers are not required to ask about immigration status during routine investigations. However, that doesn't mean officers won't be cooperating with ICE agents.
Any regular prescribed information sharing between levels of enforcement will still continue.
And IMPD Chief Chris Bailey said his department has not been asked to participate in any immigration sweep, once again making it clear that they have no intention of doing so. In Indianapolis, Lauren Kostick, 13 News.
Now, all of this comes as lawmakers debate a bill over at the Indiana State House that would require police to report undocumented suspects to ICE. The bill states if a police officer arrests someone that has probable cause to believe the person is undocumented, that officer is then required to notify the county sheriff's office, who is then required to contact ICE. Supporters of that bill says it gives local law enforcement guidance amid sweeping changes to federal immigration laws. Those opposed say it unfairly targets minority communities. Police say a Southport man made social media threats to kill illegal immigrants on Inauguration Day. His words landed him in the Marion County Jail days before President Trump returned to office. Our Rich Nye joins us live in studio to explain what that man allegedly posted on TikTok. Rich?
58-year-old Preston Pickett allegedly made the threats while commenting on the TikTok post of other users. Tonight, the prosecutor is sending a message that free speech is not absolute free speech.
TikTok alerted the FBI, which alerted Indianapolis Metro Police, that an account belonging to Preston Pickett posted at least 9 threatening comments on the live stream videos of other TikTok users. Those alleged threats included, "Come January 20th, I will shoot on sight. I don't check IDs, so you all are illegal to me." Another comment, "I will be famous for killing the most illegals in one day."
The impact extends beyond one person. It impacts entire communities. And what happens here is you are putting multiple individuals in fear because, certainly people are concerned about their immigration status, and this individual is alleged to have expressed a sincere desire to harm those people and in fact, kill those people.
The comments were posted between January 12th and the 14th. Police tracked Pickett to this house in Southport and arrested him on January 16th. 2 long guns were confiscated from the house. A man who lives here told me the guns belong to him, not Pickett. Pickett is charged with 1 felony count of intimidation, a threat to commit terrorism.
We need to tone down the rhetoric, and we understand that people have very strong feelings about a lot of these issues, but this type of rhetoric can get out of hand, and we unfortunately are seeing this type of rhetoric lead to very specific threats being made against individual people and specific groups of people, which is something that we just cannot tolerate.
Court records say that a man using the same phone number associated with Pickett in this case called the Marion County Prosecutor's Office in November 2023 and threatened to use an AR-15 to shoot employees when they left the office to walk to their cars.
Pickett is not charged for that alleged phone threat more than a year ago to the prosecutor's office. And in March of last year, Pickett also allegedly threatened to shoot up a car wash in Florida.
All right, Rich, thanks so much. Tonight at 6, a 28-year-old Muncie man is now facing charges for allegedly trying to sell a teenage girl for drugs. Police say Anthony Franco Smith planned to sell a 16-year-old girl in exchange for crack cocaine. That's when police say the teen got mad and wanted to return to Muncie. Franco Smith then allegedly trapped her in the back seat of his car and agreed to take her home in exchange for sex. Tonight he's facing several charges, including promotion of child sex trafficking and possession of cocaine. We're on the doorstep of the weekend after another cold day today. At least the sun was out. Rob's in for Angela tonight, and we are talking about a warm-up, Rob, that I think all of us deserve.
Yeah, and the prompter, people at home can't see it, but the warm-up is in quotations.
Okay, so a slight warm-up.
Slight warm-up, yeah. I don't want to advertise and oversell it. You know, people are going to go, wait a minute, when were we going to get to the 50s? No,
right.
It's nothing like that. It will be very subtle, and it will be very prolonged. Just getting the temperatures above freezing, though, would be certainly something.
Hey, we'll take that.
That looks great, and it looks like it's going to be in the cards for tomorrow. Now, tonight, we're seeing the temperatures drop yet again. We made it into the low 20s for most of you. We're now back down into the teens for most locations, starting to see some mid-teens show up, and I think that's probably going to end up being our low temperature. We have a couple of things that are just now at the cusp of kicking in that will keep these temperatures from getting so much colder. The first thing is that we've got some cloud cover that's expected to continue filtering in, and that may act as a little bit of a blanket, but most of those clouds are in the mid and upper levels, so that may not have as much of an effect as this. Look at the south winds. Look at the number here. It's going to start to pick up, and once those south winds continue to pick up overnight, notice what it does to our temperatures. We may be at 16 at 9 p.m., for example, but by 3 a.m. we've warmed up, and I think that warming will continue even through tomorrow morning and through the afternoon, so that we're going to make it into the mid to upper 30s. So 15 for tonight, we're pretty much there right now, and then for tomorrow, we're going to see those temperatures get into the mid to upper 30s. More clouds move into the forecast for sure, and an isolated snow chance as well. I'll be back with a look at Sunday and the rest of the forecast coming up.
All right, we'll see you in a few minutes, Rob. Thanks so much. Tonight at 6, controversy is now brewing over Governor Mike Braun's decision to eliminate grants from Martin University. Our Karen Campbell talked with leaders at the university today about receiving fewer state dollars and how they plan to move forward.
Grants given to Martin University during the 2023 legislative session won't be renewed under Governor Mike Braun's proposed budget. The private institution, and the state's only predominantly black institution, received a total of $10 million, used to attract and retain students pursuing careers in high-demand professions like teaching. Also for the university's College Success Program, which helped minority and first-generation low-income students access higher education.
We were told back then that it could be a one-time thing and that a second round of funding may not happen. And so, we knowing that back then, we've been able to plan for that and really, plan for the fact that that might happen. And in fact, now it has.
A challenge, but one Board of Trustees Chair Joseph Perkins says leaders are ready to address. Braun has pledged to slash the budget, cutting $700 million in government spending over the next 2 years. Lawmakers are expected to vote on this year's budget in April. Karen Campbell, 13 News.
Still to come on this Friday night, the Special Olympics Indiana Polar Plunge returns soon. We'll tell you how you can get involved.
The damage has been done, according to residents here in this Noblesville neighborhood, and this is all because of a project by Duke Energy. We'll explain what's going on and what the company is now saying. Still ahead.
And I mentioned that we're going to get above freezing for tomorrow, 37, but this is just the start of a freeze-thaw that's going to continue all the way through next week. The forecast coming up.